A hot and dry start to the summer led to burn restrictions and bans. Now some long-awaited rain is soaking the state, which has many hoping those burn bans will be lifted. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. Quite a few communities in mid-Michigan received some much-needed rain over the weekend. With today's downpours, it's still not enough to get us out of the drought conditions we're experiencing. News 10's Deanna Giles here in studio now to share some of how the rain is impacting our local communities. Deanna?
David, there's no surprise we'll be getting a couple chances for more rain. That's why parts of Clinton County has started to lift a few of their burn bans. But even after today, we'll still be below average for rainfall.
With the current weather conditions and the amount of rain we received so far, and that is forecasted, we went ahead and lifted our ban this morning.
Parts of Clinton County announced they'll be lifting burn bans for open fires. That includes the city of DeWitt and Riley and Olive townships. Swift Fire Chief Joe Spagnola says the past few rainfalls were enough to lift the ban.
It's not based on an average, it's based on the actual conditions that we see in front of us.
While families can continue their bonfires, the recent rainfall isn't enough to keep their lawns green. According to News 10's First Alert weather team, we have only seen nearly a quarter of rain, and the normal for June is close to 3.8 inches. While the recent rain might help, we still are far away from a statewide average.
While that will be very, very helpful in the short term and end, or at least help ease dryness a little bit, the numbers I talked about before, a 7-inch deficit, you can't make that up in one event.
Jeff Anderson is the climatologist for the state. He says between April and now, Michigan has received less than 3 inches of rain, and it would take a number of consecutive weeks to make up for the deficit.
We're moving into the middle summer, and that's when the water demands from our landscape, from vegetation, are typically greatest or highest.
Water systems are a short-term solution, but any rain is much needed.
Water's a finite thing. We have to use that wisely. And so there's a number of these issues as well. It's a resource.
Anderson added the clock started ticking for vegetation with the deepest roots. He says those plants have already started using its stored water after weeks without rain. In the studio, Deanna Giles, News 10.